Welcome to ECE 441A 541A, an online class entitled Automatic Control from the University of Arizona. I will be your instructor. My name is Hal Tharp, and I thought I would give you maybe one glimpse of who it is that's talking behind all of these videos that you will be proceeding through or working through during the course of this course. There I am, maybe in a bit of more dressed up shot, but you will be then navigating through this course, this online course, through the LMS or the Learner Management System offered at the University of Arizona, and you can get there by going to d2l.arizona.edu. For this particular class, you will see this homepage, and by the time this video becomes available, you might have some announcements here welcoming you to the class, but the majority of your interaction with this class will be made from the Content tab from this home screen or course homepage. One thing that you will maybe have available to you is this calendar, and the calendar then will provide you with access to our office hours that will be available through Zoom, and those will be here in the calendar section on the right of this page. As I said, if you simply go to the table of contents, you will then scroll down, and as you scroll down through this page, you will then progress through the course. We have some orientation material if you need to get oriented. There's some course business in the form of a syllabus and a little bit of a bio on me. We have course resources, prerequisite material, schedules, and I'll go into that a little bit more. Then we have a preliminary unit, but then the things start, or the courses really start its activity once we get into Unit 1, which is modeling, and Unit 2, which is on linearization, transfer functions, and system identification. That's now how the course is structured. Some of the content that you will be finding or making available to you is through our textbook, Modern Control Systems. And the cover of that book is given here or provided here. You could go out and purchase that if you would like. It's available that way, but you could also find it as an ebook in our library here at the University of Arizona. If you go to Library Tools, you will then see this page available to you. And now if you click on Modern Control Systems Theory and Design, you will then open up the ebook form of the textbook. Here is the cover page, but then if you want a table of contents, you can click on that middle bar and have available to you the different chapters and sections in those chapters that you can then refer to or learn from as a reference source. There's also other sources available to you, as you will see in the course resources page, and many of those are available on the internet, and then this MATLAB material is available to you also through the internet without a download, or you can download it since the University of Arizona has a site license. The class itself, besides having the textbook, we will actually then have available to us, if I could get my tablet to respond, I would then maybe be able to talk to you a little bit about what I was hoping to have available, now that I can erase all of these scratch marks that I put on the screen. Here is how the course is laid out. We have lectures in the form of videos and notes, and those you can access through the content page. We will have homeworks, exams, labs, a final exam, and if you're in the 541 or the graduate section, you will have a project. We will hold office hours through Zoom, and those will be occurring Mondays and Thursday afternoons, Tucson time, from 4 to 5 p.m. If you have questions that you think of outside of office hours, there are discussion posts on the website, and here you can see then that up on this top menu bar they'll have discussions for the different units in this course. Unit 1 is modeling, Unit 2 is linearization. Here is how those different activities are organized relative to the semester. And you can see OH stands for office hours. Those will be on Mondays and Thursdays. H's stand for the homework assignments. You will have a passport assignment and a prerequisite quiz to get you comfortable with submitting information or material into the assignments tab and taking quizzes. The homeworks you will submit as handwritten work in the assignments folders for those particular assignments, as well as you will need to submit your answers through quizzes in D2L. The exams, you don't have 3 days worth of exams, but you have one exam over a time window of 3 days. You have 3 days to take the exam. The exam will be maybe an hour in length. I may give you more time to do that, but you will then take that exam at one of these 3 times or 3 days during that window of time. Once you start the exam, though, you do need to finish it in the allotted time. We will also have labs that I will execute. If there are executable pieces to the lab, you will then give me the data or the analysis necessary for me to execute those labs. There's 3 different lab pieces, a lab 1, a lab 2, and a lab 3, and we will probably do those in teams. You can see that we have 3 exams, and we also have a final exam on the last day of class. In fact, that final I'm going to go ahead and open for a 48-hour time window interval. In terms of how you need to be interacting with the videos and the lectures, I've tried to provide a second calendar, and all of these are available if you go back to the table of contents and a little bit below, well, immediately below the prerequisites and the review, you will find those calendars. You can also access those through this lecture printout that I will make available in terms of the introduction material. But you can see then that in Unit 1 we have 7 videos. In Unit 2 there are 5, and it varies as to how many videos we will have in each of the different units, and we will have 10 units. The scheduling here you can see is front-loaded because our last day of class is in August 12th. We will finish, in terms of the schedule, the lectures through Unit 10 by the end of July. And that's how to keep you then on track relative to the exams that will occur at the end of June, and then in the middle of July, and then at the very beginning part of August, and then the last day of class for the final. Hopefully now you are comfortable with the way the class is organized. Here is a snapshot of that, and this you will find on the website as well, but this now gives you a title for each of the units and how those units are allocated relative to the exams. Exam 1 will test you over Unit 1, Unit 2, and Lab Number 1 material. Lab Number 1 is on system identification. The next 3 units, 3 through 5, and Lab 2 will be on Exam 2. Exam 3 will be on root locus construction and design, and Lab Number 3, which is designing controllers for our mass spring damper system. The last 3 units will be covered in addition to all the previous material on the final exam, and you can see then that the project for the graduate section is available to you until the very end of the semester. One thing that you might notice as you're scrolling through the contents, in a way to get prepared for the exams, I have provided, and this will be updated, but I will provide you with practice exams and their solutions so that you can now prepare for each of the exams, 1 through 3 and the final exam. And you'll find some maybe material that you want to have available to you in the form of transform tables or other notes that you want to have as you're working through the exams. And the exams will probably then be having you write down your answers, scan those, upload those into the appropriate assignment folder, which you will find on one of these pages. That's quite deep, it looks like, in terms of what's available to you. But you will now need to submit your exam submissions on those assignment pages associated with those, and I will probably have you go ahead and submit your answers to the exams through a quiz. Hopefully now that gets you oriented. The main thing that you will want to always be accessing is the content page, and scrolling down from top to bottom will allow you to then stay current with the material. And on the left is a more outlined version. You can see that Unit 1 and 2 are there, and those then are the contents for exam number 1. Hopefully that gets you thinking about the organization of the class and what is required of you. If you need to think about what's due when, then you may return to these different calendars of scheduling information relative to, when are the homeworks due? Those are always due on Tuesdays. The exams are spread out over 3 days, except for the final. That one may only be available for 2 days. And then the labs are typically then due on a Saturday. I hope that that now provides you with the overview of the class in terms of its organization and what you will be held responsible for. Good luck.